Michael, this one's disappointing as all can be, man. Days after shutting its AAA game studio filled with former God of War and Overwatch talent, Netflix announces a new initiative powered by AI. Great job, Netflix.
Mm.
Anna Kuzuka over at Games Radar tells us all about it. Just days after reportedly closing its AAA game studio with industry-leading talent, Netflix is playing, quote, truly novel game experiences, end quote, powered by generative AI. Get out of here. The news comes in the form of a LinkedIn post by Mike Verdu, the founder and president, or previous vice president of Netflix Games, and now the new VP of, quote, Gen AI for games, end quote, at Netflix. Quote, at long last, I am ready to talk about what I'm doing next. I am working on driving a once-in-a-generation inflection point for game development and player experiences using generative AI. End quote, reads Verdu's big reveal. Whoa, man, I can't. Michael, I'm frustrated, dude. I'm so frustrated. This, quote, transformational technology, end quote. Dude, come on, really? As he says, will, quote, accelerate the velocity of development and unlock truly novel game experiences that will surprise, delight, and inspire players, end quote. It's admittedly a bit alarming considering the company's recent studio closure and loss of talent like Overwatch executives, God of War, Ragnarok art directors. Like, come on, man. You had top tier talent. They must be furious right now, Michael. Quote, I am focused on a creator first vision for AI, end quote. He writes, quote, one that puts creative talent at the center with AI being a catalyst and accelerant. AI will enable big game teams to move much faster and will also put an almost unimaginable collection of new capabilities in the hands of developers in smaller game teams, end quote. Verdu also assures readers that the AI division at Netflix has been, quote, planned, end quote, for some time now. Quote, pay no mind to the uninformed speculation in the media about the changes in the Netflix games, end quote, states the vice president. Quote, what you've seen over the last several months was actually a planned transition, end quote. While I can't say I feel better about the entire situation, personally, I do wonder what direction Gen AI for games at Netflix will take, and how Verdu plans to make his so-called dent in the universe with AI and the division's lead. Michael, your thoughts?
I'm honestly curious where this even goes, right? I mean, the moment you said AI, everybody's gonna hate it, but as you pointed out, you had the executive producer of Overwatch. You had the art director of God of War. You didn't produce anything. To my knowledge, there's 0 Netflix games that even came out. If there was, nobody played them. We never talked about them. So now all of a sudden you're going to go to AI and you're going to make games? Like, if you couldn't make them with the industry's best, how are you going to make them with small studios using AI, right? I just think that this is going to be a complete failure, even if AI wasn't involved. I think Netflix just needs to realize gaming isn't their thing. There's already enough drama around Netflix, right? The price just keeps going up and up. You can't share your passwords anymore. You can't share devices anymore. They already have enough issues on the thing that actually is their bread and butter. Now they're trying to get into gaming and they're using all of the wrong buzzwords. I can't even make a judgment, Drew, because we don't have anything. We don't have any substance. We can't say, hey, they made this game. It was kind of good. It wasn't promoted enough. Or, hey, this game was great. I don't think they made anything. And if they did, we didn't talk about it enough to even justify it being made. So I'm curious to see what this turns into. But for right now, I just kind of assume that Netflix Studios is going to close down before even their AI releases anything, right? Because if you can't make anything with heads of AAA games, you're not going to get anything done with AI that's worth talking about.
I think that's the biggest thing, right? I no longer care. Netflix can stick it. It doesn't, man, when you're talking games, I want a personal touch from the creators. If you incorporated the AI scene in with the developers you currently had at a AAA level to help speed up the process, sure. Here's what I'm thinking, though, is that those AAA developers wanted nothing to do with this, Michael.